It's time that men, all men, took responsibility. Because it's true that we have preferenced men's desires. We've preferenced our opinions. We've preferenced our ambitions. We have held on to our power and privilege. We haven't believed women as we should. We haven't stood in solidarity with them when they've called for change. And it's time that men, all men, stood up and did those things. There's something every one of us can do to be a part of creating a future where women and children are free from all forms of men's violence and abuse. Number one, we can reflect on ourselves, reflect on our own behaviour. We can, number two, listen to the women in our lives, and I mean really listen. What does it mean to be a woman in the workplace, in society? What do the women in your life need to worry about, be afraid of, that would never cross your mind? Number three, we can act. After we've listened, after we've learned, we can act. We can change our own behaviour, and we can act to make sure that when we are in our society, in our communities, that we're an agent of change. We don't let our mates get away with their sexist attitudes or their derogatory language. And number four, we can stand in solidarity with women. The women in your life, the women in your workplace, the women in your union are calling for change in Australia right now. They're calling for an end to sexual harassment in the workplace. They're calling for change at a structural and political level. They're calling for gender equality and to close the gender pay gap. They're calling for universal domestic violence leave. They're calling for change in all of the ways that privilege men's empowerment, men's economic advancement over that of women. We can stand in solidarity. That's what it means to be a good ally. That's what it means to be a good unionist. That's what it means to be a good bloke. I invite you to join me as we go on that journey together with White Ribbon Australia and as better humans all across this land.